Welcome to the United Nations 16 Days of Activism Against Gender-Based Violence Against Women and Girls and Women in Ministry. I am Prophetess Arthina Lee. I am a member of the Ruth Sisters Fellowship, where our rector is Dr. Ada Okika. Ladies and gentlemen, leaders, servants of God, and honored guests, today we gather not just to talk, but to lift our voices for those who have been silenced for far too long. We are here to confront a painful reality that hides in our churches, in homes, in pulpits, and even in the quiet spaces of ministry life: gender-based violence against women and girls. Ministry is meant to be a place of refuge, a sanctuary, a healing ground. Yet for many women and girls, it has become a place of wounds, wounds inflicted not by only by society, but sometimes by those entrusted to protect, mentor, and shepherd them. To the women who have endured emotional abuse behind church doors, to the young girls whose gifts were silenced because of intimidation or spiritual manipulation, to the women leaders whose callings were questioned or controlled, to the widows whose grief was exploited or ignored. Today we say enough. Gender-based violence is not only a crime, it is a violation of God's design. Scriptures declare that women are fearfully and wonderfully made, that daughters shall prophesy, that wisdom described as she calls out to the streets. Women have always been essential to God's work. Yet too often, women in ministry face discrimination, harassment, and some cases, physical and spiritual violence wrapped in the language of submission, tradition, or leadership. This is not God. This is not ministry. And this is not what the church is called to be. I want to highlight a group often overlooked but deeply impacted: widows. Widows carry a unique grief and vulnerability. Scripture commands us repeatedly to protect them, honor them, and to support them. And yet, in modern ministry, many widows are left alone, judged, dismissed, or even targeted. Some face financial manipulation, spiritual neglect, intimidation, and predatory behavior disguised as help. A widow's home should be safe. A widow's heart should be comforted. A widow's voice should be respected. A widow's place in ministry should be celebrated and not suppressed. Many widows carry double trauma: the loss of a spouse and the violence of being treated as invisible afterward. Today we speak their name. Today we honor their resilience. Today we commit to making sure they are never left unprotected. Any gender-based violence requires courage. It requires accountability. It requires a shift in culture inside and outside the church. What must we do? First, must create ministries where women and girls are safe physically, spiritually, emotionally, and economically. Second, we must educate our leaders on trauma, consent, boundaries, power, and power dynamics. Third, we must build systems where abuse is reported, investigated, and addressed, and with no excuses and no cover-ups. Fourth, we must amplify the voices of the wounded, not silence them. God often speaks through the very people the world tries to overlook. And finally, we must embrace the truth that ending violence is not just a woman's issue. It is a kingdom issue, a justice issue, an assignment. To every survivor listening, you are not invisible. You are not to blame. You are not alone. Your story matters. Your healing matters. And your voice carries power. To every widow listening, we see you, we honor you, and we will no longer allow the church or society to walk past your pain. without extending compassion and protection. Let this be the generation that refuses to stay silent. Let this be the moment we say this ends with us. Let this year be the Let this be the year the church becomes not a place of quiet suffering, but a place of loud healing. We are called to love. We are called to protect. We are called to lift up every daughter of God. May we rise to that call today and every day forward. Thank you.